because like I live in Japan for 8 years and I still don't speak Japanese. It's like so difficult to like calling the dentist, the hospital. I thought it would be cool if I could have like someone who I can text what I need and will get things done for me.
Hello and welcome to Startup Passport by Econsulate in collaboration with Takeoff Tokyo. Today we're joined by Ton from CallButler. Thank you for being here today.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for inviting me here.
To start us off, we'd love to hear a little bit about yourself and then to share about Butler and what it does.
Okay, so my name is Ton and I'm from Thailand. I live in Japan for over 8 years now. And my background is in architecture and urban design. I kind of have a good skills in like design. And also, I also have my own architecture and interior design studio in Bangkok. And I think last year we created CallButler. And the reason that we created it, because like I live in Japan for 8 years and I still don't speak Japanese. And it's like so difficult to like just calling the, let's say like the dentist, the hospital, blah, blah, blah. And then so I thought it would be cool if I could have like someone who I can text what I need and will get things done for me. And it seems like it's quite a good service. And then we created that and it turned out like many people kind of need it. And we also have like a few customers and we help like solving day-to-day problem for the people, yeah.
So, for example, really popular restaurant in Shibuya,
Right.
and I wanted to get a reservation, but I don't really have any time to call, or they're always busy. I could contact my butler, and then they'd make a reservation for me.
Yeah. All you need to do is just like text us, done.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so
Tell us like where you need, done.
is it limited to just appointments, or could you expand upon kind of the other applications or uses?
So we help like so many kind of cases. Like for example, the most popular ones are like the restaurant reservations and stuff. We booked like, there was one bar, like Bar Centifolia, like one that like went viral on TikTok and stuff. And basically you cannot get like any reservation there, even if you call or something. But turned out like we found a person to just go into like the bar itself and just tell the staff like, okay, we need a reservation for this date, for this person, yeah. And then they accepted. And also last year we also like call like hospitals, medical service, immigration office, that kind of stuff. We also call like Tokyo Gas for one guy, like his electricity got shut off in the winter.
Oh,
Yeah. And also like restaurant reservation and stuff, everything, yeah.
the input, as you said, you still struggle with a little bit of Japanese. So you're inputting in which language? English?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can like input in many language. Like right now we kind of like support Thai, English, and Japanese, yeah.
And this also works to outside Japan, or is it focused on in Japan at the moment?
So actually, first we kind of like focus on Japan, but then something interesting like last week, just last Sunday, there was a previous client who like contact us again, and she wants like to reserve a Michelin star restaurant in Shanghai, and then I got it done, yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it texted Butler,
Yeah.
and then it was able to make a
Yeah.
reservation.
Yeah.
So, if stepping back, we're looking at you using AI as your personal concierge.
Right.
How do you see? It's quite interesting. Appointments are one thing that I think everybody doesn't like wasting time with. Where do you see, or how do you see Butler evolving? Like, what else do you think the applications are? Well, maybe soon or in the future will be.
Right. So right now behind the scene, we all have like humans doing other tasks, and we have like all kind of like the local people in that particular country taking care of the task. And what I'm imagining is like, even though AI is gonna be like very robust in the future, but still you're gonna need like some human kind of like supervision, and probably AI gonna make our operation more efficient. But then I think we still need to involve some human in it. And even like for the case like you might argue like maybe having human is like not the most efficient way, but then I feel like it's more like humanitarian things. Like okay, like students do want like some part-time job that they can help, and even like housewives and people who's like unemployed. And I think like we want to be that platform to like empower these people as well. So we still want to involve like human in it. Yeah.
So your vision is for CallButler to become not only just an assistant that helps automate some tasks, but also augments people tasks and what they're doing as well.
Right, right. And we, like, I think our company goal is kind of like, we want to get things done as little step as much as possible. For example, for us in this case, like, you can get things done by just text, just like one text, done. Yeah, it could be done unless like you need to give us more like information and stuff. But basically, ideally, we want it to be like just one text done, and we might not be the fastest, but like we want to be like the minimum steps. Yeah.
Now, with AI becoming, well, so present within our lives, I'd love to hear, with what you can share, some of the challenges of using AI to do these things that people have originally done. Could you share with anything?
So right now, like, of course, like we use AI in our behind the scene as well, but like talking to the customer is one thing, and like I think most of the time, right, when you get AI things, get AI to do things, and it's like it just did like 90% correct, and then that last 10% is like kind of like so annoying to fix. So we still need human for that. But then like we use AI for writing, helping with like blog posts, finding contents, like suggesting ideas and stuff as well. Yeah, and even like when we get requests to do research, we also ask AI to help us doing research. That's like saving us a lot of time.
So right now, the people who are using Butler are from all sorts of backgrounds and things like that. Is there a specific market that you haven't tapped into? Or do you think that could be quite an interesting opportunity in the future? Because, for example, could you say students use it to reserve something in their library, for universities, for all that things? Is there any market that you haven't tapped yet or gone into yet that you think is quite interesting?
I think actually like right now we kind of like tap into tourists and also like expats living in Japan. I think we could expand to other countries, one thing. Another interesting stuff that we just had like recent kind of like partnership with, like Airbnbs. Yeah, because like Airbnbs, like usually in the hotel you have like concierge service. So like when you stay in a hotel, you have a full service. You need a reservation or anything, you can just call the lobby, right? But then for Airbnbs, there's no such like person. You could call the host, but then it's gonna create like more liability for the host. So we kind of like taking care of that.
So becoming a kind of a secondary brain for Airbnb hosts and other accommodation providers. Yeah. Interesting. So it's not only currently targeting tourists and expats. Do you see any locals using it as well?
Actually, at the moment, not that much. But like, I think we also haven't really like market our service to the locals as well. But I can imagine like it can be helpful for the local as well. For example, like if you're gonna move your house to another location, right? You need to call like the moving company. You need to do many steps. You need to call like the city halls. You need to negotiate a lot of stuff. You can do it like with your proficiency in Japanese, but like the thing is, it's also require you to do many steps. Yeah, and that's kind of like sometimes annoying.
Yeah, I mean, I remember just trying to make a request to my city hall, and you wait for such a long time. And if I'm struggling with that as a foreigner, I think also the locals are going to go through the same problem.
Right. And if you can solve that problem with like just 500 yen,
yeah,
that's like...
Which people are happy to do so, because you look at your cost for your time. And
right.
That's I think a big thing in this changing landscape is what is worth your time.
Right.
And I think Butler is quite an interesting solution to how do you make your time more efficient and more effective. So thank you so much for joining us here today, sharing more about CallButler, and for being here.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.